Hello there, welcome to Flosstube number 37, Daisy Case Primitives, and I'm Christy. Today is Saturday, September 24th, and we're going to talk about my cross stitch and what's in the basket. When my basket gets full, I know it's time for a video. So first thing I'll show you are some of my fully finished objects, and let's do this one first. So this is a freebie. I believe it's from Heartstring Samplery, the little cross stitch pattern. And I stitched this a few years ago, and I just didn't really know what I wanted to do with it. And as I was finishing or redoing a few things, I thought I need to get this done. So a few months ago, I found this candle ring, a couple of these at a thrift store for, I think they were like $3 a piece or something like that. So I was trying, as I was doing my autumn fall decorating, and thought, I have that little wreath, or it's really a candle ring. Wonder if it will fit on this. So I just finished the piece. I laced it onto a piece of cardboard, and then I just glued this little candle ring to the cardboard square, and I think it turned out kind of pretty. And I just sit it on an easel on my little desk. I think it's really cute. I really love those colors. I think I just chose random colors. I don't think they're the called for colors, but and I do know that this fabric is Vintage Country Mocha, probably a 36 count. But so that was a fully finish from a past finish. My other fully finished item, and it's not exactly fully finished, I kind of plopped it in this frame to make sure that I was going to like it, but this is this has been my morning black sampler stitch. This is Caroline W. Dickinson by Country Rustic Primitives. She has a shop on Etsy, and this is my finish. I need to straighten it out. I purchased this frame from Art and Frames, I believe is what it's called. I never can remember if it's Art and Frames or Art 2 Frames. This was stitched on 40 count Creme Brulee by Tabby Cat Linens, and I really love that fabric. It's nice and grungy, and as we've said before, grungy is a good term here. Grungy is a good thing. And I used either Weeks Coal or Weeks Charcoal. It might have been Weeks Charcoal for the flosses here. There is a little, in the flower, there's a lighter colored floss. I just chose something out of my stash. But, so that's a fully finished, working towards getting my black sampler wall all put together. I really love how this turned out. All right, so that was fully finishes. So since I completed that black sampler, I was looking for another. And what was I going to stitch next for my, I need probably two more, I think I need two more finished pieces to complete the layout of the wall the way I think I'm going to want it. And I was watching Mountain Craft Studio, Christine, and she had shared a beautiful black work box that she completed. So if you haven't seen that video, you need to go look at it. It's just beautiful, and it's really interesting how she completed it and the purpose behind it, how she's going to utilize it for her family heritage. And she shared this chart, and I've had this for a little while, but she shared Sarah Comfort 1810 by Queenstown Samplers. And I thought, okay, that should be my next black sampler. So I have been working on this a little bit. Rearrange here a little, make some more room. And And I'm stitching this on a 36 count Lakeside Linens purled barley, and this is my progress so far. This is actually one page of the pattern. I think there's four pages. So this is really moving along quickly. That's really pretty. I'm enjoying it. I really love the composition of this sampler. There is some over one stitching. The really small alphabet here is over one, and the wording on either side of the cartouche. There's some satin stitch down below here, and yeah, her name and her age and the years over one. So I am working this with using 2 flosses, a combination of the 2. And let's see if I can find them here. Yes, I'm using Weeks Coal and Weeks Gunmetal. They are a nice complement to one another. Each one has not a lot, not drastic variegation, but you can definitely tell there is different grades of charcoals and grays in there. So what I am doing with these 2 is, as I'm stitching along, I'll just pull a strand off of whatever, whichever one, I kind of take a whim, and I'll stitch that strand in wherever I'm at. And I'm just kind of playing it by ear. If I think, well, I've got quite a bit of dark here, so maybe I better use some a lighter strand of the gray up here. I'm just kind of winging it as to which color threads I use, and I'm really liking how it's turning out. You can see here the variegation, the gradients in the tones of the charcoals grays. But I'm really enjoying that, and that's going by. That's really stitching up pretty quickly, so I'm hoping that my black sampler wall will be coming together here pretty quickly. Okay, new starts. Got a couple. This one is Autumn on Marigold Lane. Pull it out of the package. Autumn on Marigold Lane by Pineberry Lane. Shanda Stitching in Idaho started this. She kind of got me on the bandwagon to do this one. So I started it, and I am using a piece of 36 count Tobias by Seraphim. And here is my start. This is a beautiful piece of linen. It's looking a little more gold than it really is. So here you might see that the flowers look like 2 different colors, and they are. I initially stitched this one first, and I thought that was a little bit too light, so I chose another color for that. And let me see here. I don't think I'm using all of the called fors. No, I'm not. Kind of throwing in my own colors a little bit, but in this photo, to me, those houses look like a really dark navy blue, which I like that. I really love the blue and oranges together. That just really looks pretty to me. So I thought that I would change the floss color. I think those are supposed to be done in onyx, maybe. Yeah, they're supposed to be done in onyx. So I pulled out Fathom, Weeks Dye Works Fathom, and it's really a dark navy. It's hard to tell. but that's the color that I am stitching my houses. And I am using a color in cotton, spiced orange, and a chrysanthemum, and an autumn spice. I don't know. I'm just kind of pulling colors as I'm going here on this linen. That's my start. This was the my September sampler start. For this, each month I'm choosing to start a new sampler, and then the idea is next year I will pull out the sampler of that same month that I started it, and I will work on it throughout the month, interspersed with some other stitching. So another start. Pull all of this out. This one is so pretty. This is Thankful Harvest by Lori Rippey of Homespun Prims by Lori. This is a new release. This photo is not very good. My printer was running out of ink, so it's not a real accurate color photo, but you get the idea. Last year I stitched her, was it Harvest Blessings? I don't recall, but last year I stitched her autumn sampler release, and this would look really good with that one in combination, the two of them together. So I'm stitching this one on 36 count Dolly Madison by Needle and Flax, and I am using, let's see, I am using the called for charted flosses, and I may have substituted a couple just because I wanted to start this when I saw it and I didn't want to wait on getting some flosses. But this is my start, and it is so pretty. I do know that the colors that I'm using here in the flowers, I made a substitution because I didn't have the charted color, but I think it looks so pretty. These little, I'm not sure what her intention was and what these flowers are, but they remind me of marigolds, and I love marigolds. So that is my little start, and it is such a pretty little stitch. It's so fun. It's a nice, easy, comforting stitch, and I just love the colors. So again, Homespun Prims by Lori, her latest release. I think each time she outdoes herself. Okay, that was a new start. So now let's talk about whips. I got this bag. I've kind of been on a fancy bag buying spree, and trying to remember where I got this one. This little bag is from Sherry's So Sweet on Etsy. And it's so cute. I love these little vintage Halloween fabrics. Anything vintage Halloween. It's such a cute bag with this little zipper pull pumpkin head. Anyway, so you saw in this bag, I'm working on When Witches Go Riding by Prairie Schooler. I'm working on the larger one. Hopefully one day I'll get around to doing these. And I am using a piece of XJU's Bunny Mom 36 count, and I got quite a bit more done. Got all the wording in here. I think I finished it all. Yep, got all the wording done and worked on the owl. I love owls. He's pretty cool. So this is really turning out really cute. And now I'm getting down to where I mean, that's gone pretty quickly, but now down here, there's a little bit more stitch heavy. But it's so fun. I don't know that I will get this one completed by Halloween. I'd like to, just to be able to display it and use it. But if I don't, that's fine. I'm enjoying working on that. But that might be a possibility to be finished. So that was progress on a whip. The next whip that I worked on was Stacy Nash's Turkey Hollow Farm. I am stitching this one on, what is this? Where's my paper? Where's my tag? Well, there it is. This is a 36 count Sand Dunes by Seraphim. And here's my progress. Gotten quite a bit more on the house completed. Quite a bit more done on the border flowers. The fence, started working on the sign. I'm not sure. See if I can show you this a little closer. This is where the little plaque says Turkey Hollow, I believe. Yes. And I'm not sure that that's going to show up. The color of my floss, the wording, if it's going to show up within that color. So I may have to go back over that. I haven't decided if I want to go ahead and fill all of that in, the placket sign, with that kind of a burnt orange color, or if I just want to just put the wording there on the sign and not fill it in. Although it does add a lot of color to the whole design. I don't know. I'm just kind of on the fence there a little bit about it. So I didn't go very much further than what I've got completed. So I could maybe take a darker floss and just go over what I have. Take that out. I mean, it's not that much. I could take it out and restitch it in something darker. Or I could just keep on doing what I'm doing and then maybe take a darker floss and go over one leg. I don't know. It'd be smarter just to take it out. But I'm really liking this. It's so pretty. And I'm really liking it on this sand dune. Such a pretty fabric. It's perfect for fall stitching. And I'm using all of the charted flosses. And that blue, what is that blue? I know I always say that. I'm always drawn to that darker blue. That's Twilight, Weeks Twilight. It's so pretty. You mix it in with all these other colors. There's just something about that dark blue and those golds and oranges. And by the way, here's a little sneaky tip. You know how we all like our needle rings, our floss rings? That floss ring, that ring, is actually a shower curtain ring. Yes, yes. So you can get, what, 12 of these in a box? And these are like, next one, $3 or $4. This is Pumpkin Harvest. Pumpkin Harvest by Sub Rosa. I love this one. It is so pretty. I need to make up my mind which side I want to be on today. So pretty. I saw last night, I think, that she released another new one. Pumpkin Delivery or something. I don't know, but it's, I think it has a bird that's got a wagon with a couple birds. with a wagon and a big pumpkin in the back, and a lot like the same bird and style. Very cute. So I am stitching this one on. Yes, this is the other part of my Tabby Cat's Linens Creme Brulee 40 count, and that's how much more I've gotten completed. I love this. I love how this is turning out. It's so pretty on this fabric. But I got the bird done, working on the house, got all the wording done on the lettering done on the pumpkins, and worked some more on the pumpkins, and started working on some grass. This really is a fun stitch, and it's just so pretty. I think, oh no, she's got this model finished in a pillow. I think I will probably frame mine. I like the pillows, but I also like the frames because you can just sit them anywhere. Pillows, you kind of need to have something to prop them up or put them in. So I don't know, I do a lot more frame pieces than it seems like anyway nowadays. So I'm using, I believe I'm using all the charted flosses. I might be using, oh, what I am using, I did make a substitution. For the roof, where's my piece? For the roof, I used to be in Color and Cotton's floss club, and I've been thinking that I need to use some of these up. So I am stitching the roof in Color and Cotton's Barnwood, and it's really turning out nicely. See if you can see the variegation there. I really like that. So I think that is the only substitution I've made, except for I'm just using an odds and end kind of an off-white color for the mortar between the bricks. Where are we at? There, you can kind of see here. But everything else I'm using the color for, and that is another really pretty one. Alrighty, next one that I worked on, or I say next, who knows what order I worked on these. Next one in the basket is Cats on Parade by Blackbird Designs. I am stitching this with the intention of finishing it into a drum. I've had this design, this chart, for a long time. I've seen several lately on Instagram and on Flosstube share their drums, and I just really love it. I think there's something about these Halloween cats that seem really vintage to me that I'm drawn to. So after seeing everybody's drums, I thought, well, I'm just gonna stitch it and I'm gonna try it. It'll be my first drum finish. I'm going to watch Vanna the Twisted Stitcher's drum tutorials, and she also has an article in the most recent summer edition of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. So I will study up on that one, that article more, and then I'm going to try it. But this is a progress. I got this cat finished filled in. This cat had a bald spot on his hind end, but he's all filled in now. And worked on these doodads. So that one's moving along. Oh, and I got started on the moon, and I'm still in mid stitch. So that's my progress. This is really stitching up faster than I thought also. So that one I'm using General Arts Black Licorice, just something I had in my stash. And the fabric, I think this is XJU's morning coffee, I believe. I don't have my, wait a minute. Yes, 36 count XJU morning coffee. That is a lovely fabric color. Perfect. Just enough modeling in it to suit me. So that's my progress on that width. All right. So the next thing that I want to share with you are some acquisitions, some new purchases. And let's see if I can get all this out of here without falling apart. Get it organized again. So I was looking for some more crow patterns, and I don't remember where I saw this, but I saw this one and liked it. This is One for the Crow, Brenda Gervais, with fine needle and thread. You get 2 for 1. I really like that. That's so cute. 1 for the crow, 1 to dye, 1 to grow. Talking about the seeds. So I'm going to add that to my crow patterns. Then I also kind of went on a hunt for some turkey patterns. I don't have very many Thanksgiving turkey related completed projects, nor very many patterns. I did purchase the Prairie Schooler. There's a couple of them that have turkey designs. There's one long one, I can't remember what it's called, maybe Harvest Time. It has 3 patterns in it, and it's kind of a long, narrow piece that has a nice turkey in the center. I purchased that, which I will probably just stitch the turkey. Then they have another one that's just a turkey by himself. And so they each face the opposite direction. Thought they would look good together. So I have those 2. And then I found Pineberry Lane's Peace and Plenty with the 2 turkeys. The wonky looking turkeys. I really like how this looks. Very primitive. So I got that one. And I got Pineberry Lane's Be Ye Thankful. So here we have wonky people. Can't see them very well, but there's a stack of turkeys. Smaller one on top of the other. I'm gonna call these pilgrim people. I just like the composition of this one. This kind of reminds me of 2 separate designers, but Flag Folk, Not Forgotten Farm. How these corner edges, Flag Folk has kind of like flags here in the corner, and it has the man and the woman. This one is, let's see, it calls for 35 count Confederate gray, and the stitch count, I don't see it here, but it says the Confederate gray will end up being 11 by 13. The linen. Finished size on 30 count is 8 by 9 3/4, but I think that'll be pretty framed. So I don't know when I'll start that. And then, as I was looking at Pineberry Lane charts, I saw this Merry Christmas one, because it won't be long. It won't be long, the way time flies. I saw on Facebook or something like that a few days ago, you know, how they put up the countdowns for Christmas. I think of that day I saw it, it was like 93 days till Christmas, which blows my mind. This year's just flown by. But because it's flying by, it'll be Christmas before we know it. And I thought this one would really be cute. This one finishes up on 28 count linen. You need a 7x11 piece, but so cute. I don't know if you can see, but it's got the jingle bells down here on the bottom. I might stitch this and finish it just like that for a hanging pillow. But so I got that, and then I've just been waiting for this one. I love this. Margaret Croft by Needlework Press. I love so many of Needlework Press's charts and designs. They just produce and find the best samplers. I love this. I typically like, okay, bye. Sorry, hubby's trying to sneak out the door and tell me he's leaving. I typically like, I'm not gonna say, I like symmetry, but I mostly like balance in a sampler or any of my stitch pieces. And this is not that, but I love it. I still love it, just like that. It's just gorgeous. So I bought that pattern, and then I went ahead and kitted it up. And I had a piece of 36 count Shrekie's Tan by Needle Bling Designs. And it's hard to see here. This piece is a little more greeny. To me, the cover looks like a tannish green. I have no idea what the model really looks like. And this camera's kind of blowing it out, but it looks more green to me in the photo here. So I like that, so I pulled that piece, and then I just recently got the flosses, and I don't have them on a shower curtain ring yet. But they're so pretty. I love this red. What is this red? Cherry Cobbler, classic Colorworks Cherry Cobbler. But against all of this, dropped one. Get it later. The cat doesn't get it before me. But those are the colors, the charted flosses, and I think it's just lovely. So I have that one all kitted up for when, I don't know, when I'll start it. It's there when I get ready for it. So those were my acquisitions. All right, we're at 34 minutes. I'm trying something new. I get so frustrated with my phone. I'm technologically challenged. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Everything that I have ever done, I've learned on my own, trial and error. And so that's why you get what you get the way it is. But I'm using my husband's phone, which he hardly ever uses. He has a whole lot more storage available than I do. So I am recording this on my husband's phone, going to edit it using his phone, upload it using his phone. Hopefully I get to make this video longer, and I'm shaking the table. So I'm trying something new, and I have lots I always want to share with you all, and you have no idea how much editing I have to do oftentimes, and I cut out a lot of things that you don't get to see because my phone just will not save it. So, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you a few things that's been in my whip pile that I pulled out that I'm going to be stitching on this fall and kind of throw into my haphazard rotation routine. And the one that I pulled out was Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom, Not Forgotten Farbs. I started this one last year, I think. I don't know. And I did get quite a good bit done on him. I can't tell you, well, let's see, maybe I can. This is stitched on a 40 count weeks straw. And that's why I kind of got stalled out and slowed down. I don't like weeks. I don't care for it. Sorry to those that do, but not my thing. So I had this much done. I have quite a bit finished. And so I need to get on this and get it done. I love pumpkin head people. I've loved this design for a long, long time. So many have stitched it. So many are stitching it. So I'm really about finished. All that's left is the cat. His cat and just the border. Yeah. Cat and the border. I don't know if you can kind of, there's little like triangles, blocks of triangles in the border. So it's really not that much. Oh, and then a year, 1761, and probably some, I don't know what you call them, doodads here and there. But yeah, I need to get this done. So I'm giving myself marching orders. Get it done. So I pulled that one out of my whip pile, and that's going to get worked on. And then I pulled out another one that is from Stacy Nash. And I don't remember when I started this one. And what did I start it on? This is a 40 count R&R espresso. And it is Butternut Tavern. Is that right? Yes. I've loved this one too, forever and ever. Seen many stitch it. Probably a lot of you are working on it or have completed it. And here is my progress. Not a lot. If I can get it up here, figure this out. Just worked on the border down the side here, down this side, and got started around this border. Border flowers and that. That's it. So I don't have as much progress on that one, but it is one that I've always loved, and to me it looks fallish. Once again, that it's kind of a greenish blue. Looks like it to me. I think I'm starting to go colorblind, but I just went to the eye doctor. It's that time of year, go to the eye doctor, need new glasses. I can hardly see you guys, so I hate picking out glasses, so who knows, you may see me with new ones soon. But anyway, that one I pulled out of the whip pile, and I'm going to work on that. Will I finish it? Probably not, but it's going to get some work done on it. So that's been all of my stitching and my hope to stitching. So we're at 40 minutes. Yay. Hopefully I can get this edited and uploaded for you all. Thank you all again for watching. Thank you for always being so kind to me and supportive and encouraging. I love Flosstube. I watch it primarily. I hardly watch much any other TV at all. You all are such an encouragement to me. You give me such inspiration and ideas and finishing ideas, and I'm just passing it along, doing my own and sharing what I like. Hopefully you saw something maybe that inspired you today. Maybe you saw something that you thought, oh, I have that. I want to get that out and work on it. Or I'm going to kit it up. But hope you're having a wonderful fall so far. And I will see you next time.